Hey fam, welcome back. Today I want to share 5 eye-opening takeaways that I learned after watching all 15 lessons of the Science of Better Sleep Masterclass by Matt Walker. Matt Walker is a professor of neuroscience and psychology at UC Berkeley and has been studying sleep for 20 years. He is a sleep expert who focuses on the impact that sleep has on human health. I want to share this knowledge with all of you because I think this is really important information that is not commonly taught in schools, and also because both Dante and I are passionate about wellness. We believe that wellness is critical to having a happy life and successful career, because in order to do your best, you need to feel your best. This video marks the start of a new wellness segment on our channel where we share information that we learn along the way on what we can do to live a healthy, balanced, and happy life. I'd like to take a moment to welcome those who are new to our channel. My name is Itzel and I am a senior software engineer at Pandora. In this channel, Dante and I share practical advice and knowledge to help you enter and thrive in the tech industry. Now let's jump right in. The Science of Better Sleep Masterclass dives into the science and benefits of sleep. One of the great benefits of sleep is that it acts as a form of overnight therapy, serving as an emotional first aid. While we sleep, our brain takes difficult, emotionally charging, and traumatic experiences that we've had during the day and detaches the emotions from the memory of those experiences, so that when you wake up the next day after having an emotionally charged experience, you will feel better. And whenever you remember that moment, it will not be as emotional. For example, if you didn't do so well on a test or if you had an argument with someone, sleeping on it will help you remove the emotions from the situation that you went through. It is specifically during REM sleep, which is also known as dream sleep or deep sleep, where the sharp edges are taken off from those emotional experiences. And therefore, time during sleep is what truly helps to heal all wounds. To recap, whenever you have an emotional or rough day, one of the best things you can do is to get some sleep. The next insight is that sleep is critical for learning and memory retention. We need to get proper sleep to prepare the brain to soak up any new information that we are learning, and get enough sleep after to make sure that the new information that we learned is permanently stored and not forgotten. In the masterclass, Matt Walker talks about a study where they tested whether pulling all-nighters was a good idea before an exam. What they found was that the students who didn't get enough sleep saw a decrease in their ability to make new memories by 40%, meaning that they couldn't save new information or experiences in their memory due to a lack of sleep. Another benefit of sleep is that it helps us solve problems that we couldn't solve before. During sleep is when our brain takes new information and starts to integrate it and associate it with other information that we've learned before, which helps us gain new insights on the problem we are working on that our waking brain couldn't have come up with. When we sleep, our brain is able to identify unique patterns and come up with answers to previously unsolved questions. That is why when you have a big problem to solve or a big decision to make, people say you should sleep on it. If you're learning something new, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Moving on to the question of the day and our third takeaway. Are you a morning or night person? Please let us know in the comments. I've always struggled with waking up early. Going to bed and waking up early is something that doesn't come naturally to me. So I've constantly had to work hard to keep a consistent bedtime. And for years, I would feel bad about not being able to wake up early, thinking that I was just not as disciplined as people who so effortlessly woke up at 5 or 6 a.m. So learning the following insight made me feel so much better about the fact that I tend to be more of a night person. Whether you are a morning or night person is actually determined by your genetics, which means that it is passed down genetically and is inherited from our families. So we don't get to decide if we are a morning or night type. We all have genes that control our chronotype, which is our body's natural inclination to sleep at a certain time, or what most people understand as being an early bird versus a night owl. Your chronotype determines when you are ready to go to bed and ready to wake up. Although you may have an inclination for when to sleep due to your genetics, that doesn't mean that you can't establish a sleep routine that can help you wake up and sleep at the time that you want. Another really interesting insight that I learned is that our sleep cycle changes as we age. Our natural sleep rhythms shift multiple times throughout our life. Our circadian rhythm is the internal process that controls when we sleep and wake up. In the early years of our life, during our childhood, our sleep pattern is to sleep early and wake up early. Children will usually sleep before 9 p.m. and tend to wake up early around 5 or 6 a.m. As we move into our teenage years, our circadian rhythm will move forward in time, meaning that we will sleep later and wake up later. Teenagers will prefer to sleep anytime from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and wake up later, anytime after 10 a.m. As we start to move forward in life into our adult years, our circadian rhythm reverts back a little, meaning that we won't go to sleep as late as we did in our teenage years. As an adult, our circadian rhythm sits in between the pattern that we had in childhood and that of our teenage teenage years. For example, as an adult, your body will be ready to go to sleep by 11 p.m. and wake up by 7 a.m. And every adult will have their own sleep sweet spot. My sleep pattern is currently going to bed no later than 11 p.m. and waking up no later than 8 a.m. As you move into your senior years, your circadian rhythm will revert back into its childlike timing and pattern, meaning that you will find yourself going to bed by 9 p.m. and waking up early at around 5 or 6 a.m. To recap, our body's natural sleep pattern will shift based on what stage we are in our life. And last but not least, one of the most shocking insights for me was that lost sleep cannot be fully recovered. At some point in our lives, we are all going to have a sleep debt, which means that we are not getting the right amount of sleep that our body actually needs. Having sleep debt can increase symptoms of depression and anxiety, worsen inflammation in the body, and impair memory over time. The shocking thing that I learned while watching this masterclass was that when we miss out on sleep, we can't get back the benefits of the sleep that we missed out on. In other words, you may be able to get back some of the sleep hours through recovery sleep, like sleeping in on the weekends, but you will not be able to repair the damage done to your body on the days that you didn't get enough sleep, because our body is just not capable of regaining all of the sleep that we lost. This was especially shocking because I pulled a lot of all-nighters during college, and most days I wouldn't get enough sleep, not knowing the consequences of doing this. But now I am doing better with keeping good sleep hygiene. And these are my 5 key takeaways from the Science of Better Sleep Masterclass by Matt Walker. I love to hear what you learned today, so please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share with someone who you think can benefit from it. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible day, and we'll see you in our next video.